Hey guys, Tasha Gwilt here with eXp Realty. I'm sorry about the beeping that you hear in the background. Not sure how loud it's going to be, but for me, it's actually pretty loud. They're doing a lot of construction work in my community, so that is what's happening. So sorry if it's bothersome. Anyways, so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how to get an offer accepted, especially when you are in a seller's market like we are here in LA. I am in the beach cities area, so Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach, Hawthorne, that area is the area that I serve. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about, what you can do to get your offer accepted, given that it is a seller's market and there are at least 3 or more offers, sometimes 5 to 10, 15 offers that we're now seeing. January actually started off pretty strong for the real estate market. So spring really started in winter. So we're having a pretty solid market for this season. And home prices are continuing to go up because the rates are low. So a lot of people are buying homes. So with that, you have to compete with several other people, so you want a way to stand out. So the first thing is a really strong pre-approval letter from your lender. And you want to make sure it's a pre-approval instead of a pre-qualification, because they are looking for those loan pre-approvals to be underwritten, and whenever you get it pre-qualified, such as like through USAA or some other banks that aren't as trusted, end up giving you just a pre-qual. So make sure you have that pre-approval that has been underwritten, ready to go with your offer. And then what you can also do is you can write a letter to the seller just saying, hey, this is, a little bit about our family and why this home works out perfectly for us. And, that can help separate you, just because they're putting a face to the name and it's not just about, numbers on a paper, because sometimes people are, just wanting somebody to take care of their home because they're selling the first home. So they really are just looking for somebody to take care of their home. And so it can be an emotional decision. And so, that might help with writing a letter. So the way it gives a little bit more about your background and, just why you want the house. So, you can do that, which that also helps. Now, if you are coming in pretty strong on the price, then that's pretty good too. But if you're up against other buyers that are also submitting offers, you still want to try to tighten up all of your contingencies. So your inspection, appraisal, loan. So you'll want to tighten all of those up. I always suggest giving a 3%. Now that leads me to what happens whenever you can't give the 3% earnest money deposit. And that deposit is, it makes your offer stronger, because that's the money that goes at risk if something were to happen in the transaction that could have been avoided by you. So they always like to see the 3%, just in case they do need to try to go after that 3% earnest money deposit. So always a 3%. Now, say you only can go to 2%. I would say then in that case, you want to tighten up everything even stronger than you would if you are giving a pretty high price. So if you're going over asking, maybe you don't have to give as tight as terms, but I would recommend that if you are giving, not as strong an offer, you will want to tighten up every other term. So, can't say the address or anything, but I have a client right now who is giving about $9,000 less than the asking price and a 2% earnest money deposit, and a 13% down payment. So what I would recommend doing is saying, okay, we'll come in and we'll do a really short inspection period, a shorter loan, a shorter appraisal. Now, we didn't do the shorter loan or appraisal just because of how this one is working. But usually I would recommend coming in, pretty strong, especially if you can't be as strong as somebody else on the terms, because sometimes terms mean more to the seller than, you know, the price. You know, maybe somebody's giving a good price, but they're asking for 45-day close of escrow. And maybe you're coming in at a lesser price, but you're offering like a free rent back to the seller, or you're offering, you know, a 21-day close of escrow. Those things can help, you know, get you up there, so that maybe the seller will choose you, or you'll at least get a counter offer back or a multiple counter offer back from the seller to at least be considered. So, you know, those are a few things that you can do. And I also like to call the agent and say, hey, you know, what is the seller looking for? Do they need a lease back? If they're, you know, if they have an upleg property they have to find, so the replacement property they have to find. Because a lot of people are selling their home so they can move into a different one. They're moving up, they're moving into a different school district, whatever. So that's something I keep in mind whenever I write the offers. If I am able to, you know, get that from the agent, and sometimes they're not willing to, you know, tell anything, which that's fine. But I try to delve deeper and try to see, you know, what is actually going to appeal to that seller whenever we do go to make offers. So those are a few things that you can do. I won't bog you down with any more details because this is already a pretty long video. But if there's anything else that you guys want to know about how to make your offer stronger, I am definitely here to help. And so please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My contact info will be somewhere in the description below, so, or in the comments. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.